Hello and welcome back to another video. I'm going to be playing Grey Zone Warfare. It is a first-person realistic shooter. You are basically put into this map, and you can choose different sides and which faction you want to play with. There's a big map. You've got different factions depending on which group you join to start off with. You either start up here, down here, or over here. As you go through the game, you unlock more vendors, and they can give you tasks, which gives you XP and reputation with them, and you get gold and XP. I'm hoping the video and the sound in this game isn't too loud. I'll figure that out when I edit this, and then I'll fix it for the next video. So for right now, we're just gonna go on with the task that we've got here. We've got Lost and Found, where we have to find a missing construction shop clerk. We have First Hit, we have to find and kill the gang leader in where is it called? Well, it's in the Kio Vongsa. I probably messed that up, but that is up here. So this is pretty much the first place that you get to. It's like the starting area. The closer you get to the middle, the stronger the enemies are. And I believe the further away. So over here, Midnight Sapphire, there's a pretty strong, strong area? Yeah, I think strong area, a difficult area. So what we're going to do is we're going to call in an air traffic or a helicopter. We're going to ask for transport to Charlie 1. It's going to pick us up from here, take us down there, and then we'll work our way inside, and we'll start at the construction area. So let's get to the helicopter. You can customize your guns. There is a way that you can inspect, and you can put all different types of things on guns. You can put a better sight and lasers, flashlights, all that sort of stuff. I've got a flashlight on mine at the moment. Further down the line, I intend to put a flashlight and a suppressor on it. So, this is going to take us where we need to go. And I will see... Well, I was going to say I'll see you guys over there, but you can see how it looks when you're flying around. I would say it's a very, very visually stunning game. There seems to be a lot of realism. You've got some rice paddies down there. The helicopter doesn't just take you straight from A to B. It takes a course around buildings and stuff like that. And as soon as you land, you need to be ready to fight. So you can hit Alt and B, and that's going to go through everything on your gun. Single mode, one in the chamber, full mag, 0 to 50 meters. I am playing in the joint operations mode. So the joint operations means that it's only the AI and the NPCs that can kill you. If you play in the other mode, everyone can kill you. So you got to be careful when you land. People could just shoot you and take your stuff. You cannot end deployment here. You can only end deployment at one of these sort of combat-friendly outposts and at the base camp. If you were to end deployment, or if your game were to crash or something like that, you would lose everything right where you are. And I don't think you could pick it up if you join back. But yeah, let's make our way over. I tried a new editing software. I changed my editing settings to make it better quality. So there's two people you can see up there. They will be able to see me once I get a bit closer. So I'm going to go up this hill on the left. I'll crouch down. They can hear you as well. Before I start shooting, see if there's anyone else. That doesn't look like a person. So this is why a larger scope would be nicer. So they're currently looking away, which is good for me. As soon as I start shooting, that's when they're gonna turn around and look in my direction. Aim in. On a higher scope, you can hit control to control your breath. The longer you look down sights, you see in the top left, there's a bar on the left that's going down. That is pretty much your strength. It just means that you can't hold the gun up forever, and you can't, when you sprint, your stamina goes down as well. So let's take these out. Clearly my zeroing is not great. So you can hit R to reload, or you can hit B, check how many bullets you have left. So this guy is not dead. So I'm gonna reload. I'm about 10 bullets. And that will just reload with one of the magazines in my bag. Now I want to say I hit this guy in the neck. So he should be somewhat hurt. They can die off if you hit them enough. Okay, he didn't die off. So I guess I didn't hit him enough. So it looks clear. I'm gonna loot him. See, I apparently only hit him once in the chest with medium wound. So that was the last thing I hit him with. I'm gonna take his gun. I'm gonna take these. And I'm gonna look in his belt. And we'll take that just in case we ever do have to switch to this gun. What about this one? This guy I hit a lot. A medium wound in the right arm, medium wound in the chest. You can see what killed him was the bullet in the head. Light wound on the arm. A lot of light wounds and medium wounds on his arms as well, and one medium wound in the abdomen. So I'm going to take this, and he's got nothing there, so I'm just going to leave him as that. Kind of a good practice to do is once you've finished a gunfight, you can unload your weapon, and you can see, maybe don't unload your weapon every time, but if you know it's safe, you can just repack the ammunition, put it back in your gun. It does take a little time to do that, and then you can move on. So now all mags have 30 bullets in them, and if I am stuck and I'm in an area where I don't have time to refill mags and stuff like that, I can just hit reload and that'll be fine. So let's keep moving forward. Is that a person? Sure looks like a person, but it could be a light. I'm gonna risk and say it's a person and shoot it. I'll try to shoot it. Okay, I don't know why he's stuck there. Clearly someone behind. Okay, so you can see in the top left, I was aiming down my sight for too long, so I was, it told me I had low energy. Go to health, I can see light bleeding, I was hitting the foot, so I'm going to open up one of these and I'm going to use a bandage. And that should bandage that. I'm also hurt, so if I need to, I can use a paracetamol, but we'll see if this just fixes it. Okay, and it does. So, reload. Reload. And we're going to move further. So, this guy just died. I think he bled out. Keep moving through. So people can be anywhere. Generally, if they notice you, if they hear you walking around, they will say something first and then they'll shoot you. So you've got that as a sort of a marker or a warning that you've been seen, and that's when you really have to pay attention. I mean, you should be paying attention anyway. So I believe there's usually people here. And this is a map where multiple people can play at the same time. So I believe unless you own a server, all of them will be like that. So you really have to pay attention. You can see a light coming through here, it means someone's on the other side of there. They might have a shotgun. So I'm going to back up. I had 2 people shout. I don't believe they were the same person. So I'm going to look right. Don't see anyone there immediately. I'm going to cross over. Someone clearly close. So we're slowly around the corner. I think I'm out of ammo, so reload. Push through, just gonna clear these buildings. My screen went black. I have to figure out a way to stop it from doing that. Doesn't look like anyone's in there. Make sure I killed this person. He is in fact dead. That person just died from those wounds. Okay. And just like that, we've cleared this little area. Okay, it's raining. I believe that's why I can't open that. I'm going to take this pistol just in case. You never know when you might have to switch to your secondary. And there is a food system in the game. So you can see down here on the bottom left, hydration and energy. So eating tofu or eating wafers or drinking cola, that will increase your hydration. So we'll go back to where we came. Check in here, see if there's anything useful, anything that we want. There's a pin pad. I don't know the pin pad. There might be a note somewhere or on someone that tells you what the pin pad is. So we're just gonna look around for that real quick. $14.51 is something that we could try. It's usually not like that. I just saw something that popped up. Oh, it's the window that I could use. Take these bamboo shoots. I am a bit of a loot goblin. I do tend to take everything that I can, and then later down the line I decide whether I actually need it or not. Fun room. Doesn't look like a fun room for me. Okay, maybe there's something good in the duffel bag. Diamond necklace, that will sell well. Okay. While I'm here, let me go to my gear. Repack these. It's always a good idea to have a good amount of spare bullets to bring with you. So I expected to see something in here that would tell me what the lock was. Again, we can try 4751. No, it's not 4751. So it could be in other places, could be a note that's on someone's body. Okay, last place to check inside these tents. Motor oil. I don't know how expensive that is. Everything that you extract with or you take back to one of those base camps or the combat outposts, you can sell. So it's completely up to you what you take and what you don't. I do tend to take more and then replace everything once I get there. He had nothing. I know the way that I'm doing this means that this video is going to be very long, which isn't what I intended to start with. But let's see, wafers gives me 13 energy. Tofu gives me 25 energy. So I could eat that now and just put my energy back up. Hydration gives you energy and hydration if you drink a cola. Same with the soda. So I'll wait for that for now, and I'll wait till this drops down to 5. And then we'll use one of those. Looks like someone is having a gunfight. Check how many bullets. 27 is more than enough. Yeah, always say that. You've seen how I shoot. So let's push on. Now this is where that construction worker was last seen. So we're going to look around here. I would say more often than not, what you're looking for is a dead body. Generally, if someone goes missing here, it's because they are dead. So we're just going to take a quick look around. Switch on the flashlight. That could very well be the person we're looking for. Okay, let's have a look. Inspect and report. And that was the person we were looking for. Okay. And what does it say? Found a body, looks like our guy. Seems he went back to his office to receive something hidden on top of the shelves, but the chair he was standing on toppled over and he hit his head on the corner of it. Wow. Okay. Lonely body is left behind because of malice, incompetence, or panic. Yep. So that is that mission done. I hit tab, go over to tasks. Here it's complete, and we can complete all this. So complete, and then they, you do one thing for them, and they always want more. So we'll accept that task. We'll go over to map. That's back in the other direction. There's a lot of people here already, which means it should be somewhat safe going towards them. But instead, I think we're going to go to the water tower, and then we're going to make our way to Atlas 1. And we're going to call the video there. So let's go back the way we came so we don't run into any trouble. Or, mostly the way we came. Oh no, this is the way we came. And enemies do respawn as well. So if you are away from somewhere for too long, they will respawn. So you do have to keep somewhat of an eye out. Okay, so we're at the water tower. Let me crouch down and see what the task wanted. So find the UNLRA's medical supplies at the town's water tower. Situation isn't great. I'd like to call it, you can go far as to call it terrible, to be completely honest with you. They left behind some supplies. There's tents and towns. Never paid much attention to. Check it out and see if there's anything that might be useful. And then it shows you the tents. So we already walked through one of those tents. So we've actually gone past it. Tents are just here. Let's see what supplies they still have, if any. Okay, that's it. So we just had to get eyes on it. Looks like someone beat us to it. The boxes are empty, which they are. It's unfortunate. Nothing bad happened, right? That's correct, because we already killed everyone here. Stuck on a table. Okay. Alright, so that is that done. Let's complete that. And she didn't give us anything else. So we're going to go map, and we're going to make our way to Atlas. And yeah, that'll be the end of the video. I'm also aware, I'm looking at the video as I'm recording. It looks a lot darker on the recording, a lot darker on the recording than it does on my PC, the one that I'm using to play. So we'll see how it is. You take that chocolate bar, and it's not just it's not safe just because you're not in a village. There's generally people in rice paddies. In little places like this, there's sometimes people. So you just gotta keep an eye out pretty much at all times, unless you're in base camp. And there could be goodies or something hidden anywhere. Majority of stuff isn't worth anything, but some of it is, so you never know. And you can break your legs if you fall. And then you'll need a splint. You can get tourniquets, surgical kits, all that sort of stuff. And I believe if you take, almost fatal damage, I mean, you can just be dead. But if you take almost fatal damage, you can be revived. You pretty much fall into a coma, and if someone else has blood, they can give you blood. And you will still be bleeding, but they will, this is where we killed the two people from earlier. Yeah, you'll still be bleeding and you'll need to fix it, but at least they can bring you back from the coma. Okay, and if you do walk into barbed wire, you do get very hurt, so I would not recommend doing that. As I said, it's a somewhat realistic game. So you can see in the top left, got the extortion, and the lungs came up to say that I was tired, pretty much. So let's keep getting back over here. Okay, and this is Atlas. So if this place was grey on the map, oh, new vendor available, turncoat. In the flesh, swift delivery of briefcase from Mr. Pell's handshake into mine was a job well done. If I've ever seen one. Okay, content satisfactory. Okay, looking for Intel's firearm or Intel. I'm humble supplier. What does he sell? AKs and just AKs. So I'm not too interested in him right now. So here. So what was I saying? Yes, map. If it is grayed out like this, it means it's neutral. It means that it doesn't belong to anyone. So you can walk over to here, there'll be a computer like this, and you'll just capture it. And I think it takes 20 seconds or something like that to capture it. Pick that up. Let's see if there are any on the map. These ones, for example, those are enemy ones. It might mean that there's two people, two, three people there that you might have to shoot. Sometimes as well, at these locations, you need to wipe out the area first. So yeah, we're going to sell the things we picked up. So you're gonna move everything here. You can just right click it over, which I guess I can do if I move all of this up. Then I'll right click everything over. That put over, that'll put over. Actually, what did I have here? I think I had a corner kit or a drink. I don't know. Move that, that, and that. Then we'll go to vendors, and you'll see that they buy certain things. So Handshake will buy glasses, necklaces, and cigarettes. If you go over to Gunny, he'll also buy cigarettes and cards, but he'll buy guns too. Lab Rat will buy cigarettes. She'll buy necklaces. Yeah, and I mean these people they buy stuff as well. When you do sell to people, you get a tiny bit of reputation. So I do want to level up Gunny because I want him to provide me with an ACOG and a suppressor and all that sort of stuff for the gun that I'm using, which is the. Am I using the M16? I'm not using the M16. I'm using the M4A1, but he does sell you attachments to it. So we are going to sell everything that we can to him. So we're on 629 and it goes up 637. So as I said, it is very much a little bit. Labrat, I believe they're the only one that takes food. So we're going to sell all of that to them. Artisan shall buy keys. They're not worth that much. I'm not going to sell these keys. Generally, you want to keep one of every key. Turncoat, I'm not really interested in the AKs. So I'm not going to. No, I'm not going to sell anything to him just yet. I will sell it to Handshake then, because I'm pretty close to leveling him up. So it's just the glasses left. Go back to character. We'll select top up for the money. So there's money down here, here, and to here. So whenever you sell something or whether you complete a job, you get these money stacks. So I'll just top up so it's all in one place. And see, I'll put that in there so I'm ready for next time. Unload this. Where's it going to put it? Oh, here. Put that back in there. Okay, so got 3 full mags, 60 bullets, and that is it. So, let me know if you like this game. I will probably record more videos, and I do enjoy this game from time to time. So if you like this, leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know. Also, let me know how it looks when you watch the video. I'm going to watch it back and record anyway. But I understand that it could look rather dark for everywhere that isn't where my torch is. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one.